Hello and welcome to this week's vlog from Maddisons. Well, some interesting stats produced about the online agents this week. Of course, when the likes of Purplebricks, eMove, House Simple, House Network, all those big players launched, they promised to have a 20% market share by now. But it's shown that their market share really hasn't grown for a good few years now. They sit at around 7%. They certainly have a larger market share, up to about 10%. In the cheaper end of the property market, anything below 200,000. But above that, their market share is actually slipping. There's lots of evidence that they perhaps need to redesign their proposition, as it seems that owners are happy to pay a bit more when it comes to securing a sale of the most valuable asset they probably ever will own and ever will trade. So interesting stats out there on what's going on with the online agents. Of course, Purplebricks is probably the only online agent now that's really in existence. A number of them, Tepelo, eMove, have all fallen by the wayside and gone into administration because it is quite expensive to sell a house, and if your business model doesn't support that, then it's quite difficult. Interesting news out on the accidental landlord. Now, an accidental landlord is someone who was never intending to become a landlord, but they've simply had to fall into that, often because they haven't been able to sell their property. So they might have been looking to sell a property, have found that they can't sell it, so take it to market. And the stats for those is actually down. London still has the largest proportion of accidental landlords, so 10.1% of properties that were marketed for sale were then marketed for rent. So that would be deemed to be an accidental landlord. But across the rest of the country, those numbers have fallen, and we're seeing a release of those stock from those accidental landlords. That's probably because of the tax changes that are coming into force in April. It's already quite expensive to be a buy-to-let investor. There's the extra 3% stamp duty and all the change in lettings reliefs that you used to be able to get on your income. But from April next year, they're also changing the treatment of capital gains tax. So it'll no longer be as favourable. So there's probably a bit of a scramble for people to sell while they're still in the favourable tax treatment of capital gains tax. So the taxman will take a bigger slice if you've rented it out after April next year. Rightmove have got some really interesting blogs on their website, and one of the ones they've got this week is about the most looked at properties by Rightmove browsers and surfers. We all love to have a little bit of a look around Rightmove, don't we? See what they've got for market. And they've pulled their most looked at ones. Some fascinating properties there. There's a Swiss chalet in Surrey with an indoor heated beach. Yes, I did say beach. To a great barn that was recently featured on Grand Designs, the most recent series of Grand Designs, actually. And also a water tower, a converted Victorian water tower in London. So yeah, lots of really interesting properties there. Do head over and have a look, because there's certainly something to tempt every type of taste, I would say, whatever you're into. Well, of course, half term next week, so lots going on. Groombridge Place have got their Halloween spooky event, where you can go along, dress up as your favourite Halloween character, and they'll have lots of West End actors there to scare you, probably. Lots going on at Hever Castle, as always. Bedgebury Pine Eatham, they've got all sorts of events, and they've got one of their fungi walks going on at the moment, where you can look at interesting mushrooms. And of course, this Saturday, it's the Hospice in the Wealds Moonlit Walk, a great, great cause, raises so much valuable funds for anybody suffering, those suffering and their families of those suffering with cancer. So we wish everybody who's doing the Moonlit Walk this Saturday the very best of luck. I hope it stays dry for you. So much rain at the moment, but we're thinking of you, and good luck. Look forward to seeing you next week. I hope you've enjoyed the vlog this week. Bye-bye.